Good morning. Well, actually evening, whatever you want to call it. It's still kind of sort of morning over here. It's about almost 10:30 in the morning over here, and we've had rain off and on from probably maybe about 2 or 3 o'clock last night all the way up until around I think about 8 o'clock this morning. It quit for maybe about an hour or so, and it's raining again right now. So I opted not to do anything to the building up here today. I figured I'd just give it another break. About the only thing I really have to do is to work on the ceiling, putting the boards in it to make it a vaulted ceiling. So I'll go ahead and show you here real quick what I've got done so far. And I've got, well, it looks like it's out of focus. Let's see. Oh, maybe it's in focus. Anyhow, electric switch runs right up there beside that rafter. Those are for my DC lights. I got me a television put in up here. And I've got, there's my clock. I haven't set it back just yet. Probably won't even mess with it. I got candelabra. And then here's another candelabra that I had some blacksmiths right down the road make for me. I'm actually thinking about getting another one of those made. I've got two different types of insulation. One of them here that's got like a paper backing on it. And then all this other is what they call unfaced. This here is faced, which means it's got a backing. Then the unfaced, which is just your standard insulation. What insulation is, mostly, basically spun glass. And it's possible, whenever you work with it, they tell you to wear protection and stuff. And it's basically to protect you from the fibers of it floating around in the air, and whenever you stir it up, it'll actually get embedded in your skin, cause you to itch. Some people will break out in like hives or a rash from it. Wear breathing protection, some kind of face mask or something like that to keep from breathing the stuff in. It can actually go into your lungs and cause you some issues for several days. Basically, cough. Well, anyhow, whenever I put that up, I got plastic. It's basically stapled in to hold it up there. And as you can see, I have nothing done to the ceiling yet. I got wiring from my AC system, alternating current, or basically the same kind of power that you'd have in your house. And I've got in here in the kitchen, I've got what they call that faced stuff. I've got a rack there, paper plates, and some of the plate holders, and bowls, and spoons, forks, matches, whatnot. And then counter, I've got oil lamps there, and I got one from the house hanging on the wall. They pretty much all came from auctions and stuff. And I've got lamp oil, lighter fluid. And down there underneath that, which you can't really see, I've got my kerosene jug and a generator and charcoal grill that you can't see because it's for lighting. There you go. That one there, my supervisor at work gave it to me. And here's another switch for lights that I gotta put a wire in and run it up through there so I can put lights like what's in a camper up here in the ceiling in the kitchen. And I got electrical outlet back here against the wall and another electrical outlet under the cabinet. Here's my solar setup for my solar panels. I got 2 car batteries. Well, they're boat batteries, deep cycle. Now I've got charge controller. Let me get a light, a regular light, so shed some light on the subject. There we go. The charge controller, and then this cream colored wire that goes into the floor. It's coming in from outside the solar panels. Then off of that, it branches and goes over here to the battery. And then 2 batteries is hooked together in parallel with each other. And then it goes up to my inverter. Basically what that does is it takes my 12 volt battery, converts it into AC, and then off that it comes up here to my breaker panel. And the way I've got this wired is the breaker on the left controls the living room and half the kitchen. The one on the right controls the bedroom and the other half of the kitchen. And basically the 2 outlets I got in the kitchen is split. One of them's on one of the breakers and the other's on the other breaker. And then I've got a lamp here that I use as a night light. It's basically a little tiny hurricane lamp. I can give you an idea about how big it is. And when I don't have my kerosene heater running, which there's my kerosene heater, it puts enough light out where you can see. And here's what I done Friday, frame this door here up. This spring or summer I'm going to cut that out, and on the other side, on the outside, I'm going to frame it up, build the bathroom. And I got a armoire that I got from work for free, which price was right on it. And I got another candelabra hanging, and I put wood up, that way I know I'm not getting the plastic hot and creating a fire. And I've got another oil lamp that I put a mirror up behind to kind of help throw the light out into the room. And then my nightstand. And the bed. There's Madeline's blanket I cover her up with while she's on the bed, and pillow for her if she needs it. And then, of course, I got several blankets on it, quilt, so on and so forth. And there's my curtain rod. Basically, it's a big dowel rod. You know, I've got my curtains hung on, and I'm going to have to look into getting another one of these panels sets for my windows. Of course, with this the way it should be, of course I don't much care for this kind of curtain anyhow, because it's got these rings, and of course you can see the way the material is stretched. Either that or it's wrong size dowel rod for it. Oh man, there we go. As you can see, with it stretched where it should be, I've still got a big old gap. So probably what I'm going to do is get another one of these curtain sets, take it down to the house and sew them together. And outside here, there's something my mom got me for I guess Christmas or something or the other. Now I got where I've still been up here working with electric. I got my electric line ran, and then this morning I worked on my gutter a little bit. Tried to get it to where it's draining. A roofing that I got to get down to the house before it gets ruined. And there's my antenna right now until I can get it to where I can get it mounted on the side of the building. But, you know, for the time being, it'll work. Then my solar panels, 3 of them. The one there in the center is a 25 watt, and the other 2 I think are 18 watts. Then the wiring, it runs up underneath, and then it's spliced right there, and it runs up through the floor. But I've got trim board to get put up here on the walls, finish that up, and of course it looks like I got a piece of roofing up there on that peak. I've still got to trim, but it's coming. Just kind of sort of slow right at the moment. But I've still got to do this wall. But this back here along the back side of it, I'm not going to mess with putting anything up on it yet. Well, I will up till this point here, which is basically 8 foot. Because here is getting cut out. You can see here where I put new nails in it for the door. And then, like I said, this summer that right there will get cut out, and then I'll come up here, and whenever I figure out just exactly how big I want it, I'll have to plant some posts and get my hangers and hang my wrap or the floor joists and stuff on it. And where I can get the bathroom made, and then makeshift steps until I can get ramp built. But that's pretty much it. Now, here's how I'm doing the ceilings. I basically just picked the board that I had enough of to put through there and cut my angles on it. And what I'll do is at work I've got styrofoam panels that was old hot tub covers. And I'll bring them and cut them to fit in between there, and hopefully I've got enough of them to do the bedroom, and then I can do insulation, fiberglass insulation on the other end there in the living room. And put my drywall up, and then probably a piece of drywall. I don't know for sure just yet how I'm going to do that, running across the ceiling part of it. But you can see there where I've got my wires ran. Now I've got the black lines are for my DC power. I'm back here beside the bed. I've got, of course, our wiring over here is a little bit different than what you've got over there. I've got AC power, and then this down here, this kind of weird looking. Looks like a face with eyes half shut, and then that right there looks like a face that's seen stuff it can't unsee. Anyhow, this down here is DC. Down at the house, I have got a lamp that I got, an LED bulb like what you would put in a car, and I converted it over to DC volts. Put that bulb in it, and it works. I mean, I need to find a different lampshade to put on it because it's got a blue lampshade. And the blue kind of sort of deadens down a lot of the light that it puts out. And it puts out a lot of light for just a little automotive LED bulb. But this solar system, basically how you get it working is there's a on and off switch right here. Turn it on. Screen pops up. And it's got, of course you can't see it on here, it's got a, tells you how much voltage you got in your batteries, which I got 12.7 volts, which is about average. Then your breakers, just like in your house, you flip them up, turn them on, and then there's my plug right here for my TV, and then antenna coming in from outside. And just flip them on and grab the old remote, hit the power button, and can't get it to work. There it goes. Ta-da! Yeah, golf. Flintstones, an old cartoon you used to watch when I was a kid. They've actually brought it back. I used to watch that cartoon every night whenever I'd get home from school. A lot of them I don't even remember. That Dabble channel is kind of like a home and garden channel. And then here's another station I usually watch called Quest. They got a bunch of shows on there, kind of about like the old History Channel.
That is something that this person tried may not have always been successful.
Wiz TV and Cozy, and then public broadcasting that they have. But yeah, that's pretty much Create and K World Japan. That's kind of like a news. No, it's tourism. That's what that is. They're over in Japan.
This temple was founded about 1,200 years ago. It's popularly known as the Temple in the Sky.
But and there's channel for kids. Show children's programming. And then back down to golf. So but every time I come up here before I get ready to go to bed, that way I know I'm not killing my batteries up during the night. I'll go ahead and shut stuff off. So, oh, I've even got what they call a chuck pad or a pee pad. That's up here for Maddie, just in case she's up here and she has to potty. And I don't get up or get her to the door in time. She knows that she can potty on those and everything be okay. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. That's pretty much where we stand as far as the building. So, and last night it was substantially warmer than what it was the night before. I think we ended up having some cloud cover, which kind of sort of kept it a little bit warmer. It wasn't real frigid this morning when I got up. So, alrighty. I will chat with you later. Take care.